Welcome back, viewers, to the Smite Community News. I'm Miyobi Kumagawa, here to give you the updated news and content featuring the talented members of the Smite community. The first segment, we are going to view one god and one skin concept, each from the Smite forum and the Reddit community. Our second segment will cover the overall views on one god. The third segment will give us an insight in Smite drama. Finally, the last segment will cover popular topics brought forth by the community. First, we will go over community-created content in hopes that Hi-Rez will implement some of these ideas in the near future. I'll keep these concepts short, so the links to their threads will be located in the description below. The first submission is from the Smite forum user Mr. Greeksees, and his god concept, Orcus, a Roman god. By Orcus' lore, he seems to be a dark hero of myth, with a hint of a Batman-like mystery. Orcus is designed to be a guardian, and I'll give an overall summary of his kit. The Roman god's kit is built around buffing his allies and tormenting his enemies. The debuff Torment lowers the defenses of his enemies, but it cannot stack. Overall, a support god role, but not a bad kit. It's a pretty strong since it buffs allies and debuffs enemies. Next, we have a god concept from the Reddit community by the name That Asian Kid 12, with his concept of Izanami, the Japanese goddess of creation and death. Now, her lore is a bit long, but all I can say is you either Google or you can play Persona 4 and pretend to know her lore. Overall, it's a better love story than Twilight. Now, regarding her class, I was surprised to see her designed as an assassin instead of a mage. Then again, I played too much Persona 4. Her kit is interesting since it has a mini stance with her abilities depending whether or not she is shrouded in Yomi. But every time I'm reading a kit, I can't help feel like this is something that should be taken out of Loki and placed into this god. Overall, it's a strong and decent kit, but I hate Loki. Now comes the visual pleasures of this segment, which are the skin concept designs. Do note, I have conditions for this section. First, the concepts must have been made by the poster. No Google images, no lazy boy photoshopping, and no text walls describing the design. Now, the first concept comes from the Reddit user Revista Smite, with his SWAT Jaina skin design. Now, let me say that I was very happy with this skin design. Granted, you can see the amount of work placed into it. It was very well made and interesting to see, and I do like that UI design. Next is the skin design from the forums with the name Dare Sheridan and his concept of Maxless Thanatos. Overall, it is a rough sketch and a bloody good one. Reminds me a mix of the Devil and the Adult Swim show Metalocalypse. It's a brilliant sketch. So that's it for the God and Skin segment. Now let's discuss the balanced discussion of the day. Soul, a hot flaming god with an AA based kit and with one high damaging ability, an annoying immunity that can go through player made walls, and a dodgeable discount Hui ultimate. The question that many people ask is Soul overpowered? Well, to determine that, we'll take a look at a full summary of her abilities. First is Soul's passive, Unstable Manifestation, which she gains heat points by activating her abilities and hitting her basics. She gains a small bonus at every 4% of gained heat, and 100% she gains a bonus damage increase to her basic attacks. Next is her overall abilities. The first skill, Radiant, spawns a stationary damage pool and gives Soul a small regen to her health. Soul's second skill, Stellar Burst, makes her next basic attack explode, then implode, which inflicts a slow. Her third skill, Disapparate, increases her movement speed, makes her immune to slows, and movement penalties. The skill leaves a trail of fire which explodes in 3 seconds as soon as Soul enters her immunity form. Did I forget this is the skill that allows her to go through player-made walls. Finally is Soul's ultimate, which is the discount Hui ult that can move and knock up gods, which also has a small range of damage. Now, looking at this kit, the question comes to this. Is Soul overpowered? The community is highly mixed with opinions. Some say she's balanced because she is a squishy mage, and others say she's overpowered due to her high damaging 2 and bloated 3. My opinion? She is a convoluted mess. Her main damage relies on one skill, her 3 is somewhat bloated, and her her self-heal lacks overall healing. Also, that ultimate is not a supernova, it's more like a meteor shower. But do note, yesterday's patch notes, or Wednesday's patch notes, has nerfed Soul, and her 2 is unable to give slows anymore. Now comes the juicy time of the news, which is covering the controversy between Inkong and Envy earlier this week. As you all know, Inkong was set up to be coach for Envy in the Xbox division of Smite for the spring bracket qualifiers. Well, he made a video expressing his honesty and how he wasn't bothered by the fact they were replacing him with Omega. In response to the video, Envy decided to retire Inkong from the team, making him into a free agent. Many of the community, in response, was critical outrage, to which Inkong responded to not attack Envy on their Twitch channel, or he would ban instigators from his chat. My thoughts on the matter? Frankly, it was unprofessional of Envy to prematurely make a rash decision based on a single video that expressed respect for the team. It was unfortunate for Inkong, but now, like Hideo Kojima, he is free to do as he pleases. So good luck, Inkong, and I hope things look up for you. Finally, we will discuss trending topics in both the forums and subreddit. From the forums, we have a topic created by one of my forum regulars, Magic Fighter. For upcoming Season 3, Magic Fighter has graciously been updating his thread, a dog's thread of spoils, for a good amount of time. It has posts on upcoming spoilers and tweets from Hi-Rez Scott, which includes the possible return of Gauntlet Thebes with the Eye Providence and the new Trickett Thunder. But on Wednesday, we were able to see the newest patch notes, and it is confirmed Gauntlet of Thebes and Thunder is making a return to Smite. Now, I was paying attention to the patch notes, but things were going a little too fast since I was also doing the patches. And I'm not entirely sure if I saw that Eye of Providence was coming back, because I was literally dying of making those patch notes and making formats to make the patch notes look nice and pretty. Now, with that thread, it also contains a possibility of a god race, Cerberus, and a possible rework or remodel of the Greek god of the underworld, Hades, which was confirmed that Hades will now be a mage, not a guardian. From the Reddit subcommunity in Smite, the popular topic of the week was the subcount of Inkong's Twitch channel. Since the drama between Inkong and Envy occurred, the amount of subs for Inkong's channel has had a rapid increase in the past week to the point where it has achieved a popularity boom in both Twitch as a channel and Reddit as a topic. Well, that's today for our Smite community news. As an update, we will have small tidbits for you guys in upcoming spoilers and releases from Paladins. It seems there's confirmation that Grover's ditching the old man, Sylvanas, in Smite to become his own character in Paladins. If the Giant Tree does come to Paladins, then expect a pane of wood ramming into you in Paladins. So with that, please like, subscribe, and favorite, and stay tuned next time for the Smite community news. Goodbye, and have a fun Smite, you gods and goddesses of Hi-Rez.